Hey guys, it's Colin with Anytime Fitness in Kalamazoo coming at you, continuing our video series on the 5 things you need to know before you do Whole30. Today we are specifically talking about number 4, sugar is in everything. Sugar is in everything. But before I break it down and what you need to know about how sugar is in everything, I want to just do a quick recap on all the things we've talked about before. So the first thing that we talked about when it came to doing Whole30 and what you need to know before committing to it is expecting the worst but believing in your best. Expect that it will be hard. Expect that you're going to have issues, that your body's going to want to rebel and pull and not like that it's being pulled out of homeostasis, but you have to believe in the best. In the best and the benefits that it's going to cause for you. You got to believe in it. Okay? Number two is practice. I encourage people before committing to doing Whole30, practice doing Whole30 recipes. Practice even fasting from a meal. Practice pulling sugar out of your diet. Practice it. Doing small Whole30 type habits before committing to doing a full Whole30 will help you and make you more successful. Okay, number 3, what you need to know before you do Whole30. Number 3 was plan ahead. Okay, plan out what meals you're going to eat, when you're going to eat them, plan when you're going to go grocery shopping, plan when you're going to cook. Plan ahead, make a plan. It will be so much easier for you if you do it that way. Alright guys, so we are getting into number 4. Okay, sugar is in everything. So there's a lot of things you got to pay attention to when it comes to sugar, and Whole30 is really big on getting the sugar out of your diet. There's a lot of research out there that says that sugar could really be behind a lot of the inflammatory problems that we have, a lot of digestion issues, even premature aging and problems with joints. So it could be a really good thing for you to pull sugar out of your diet. So what I'm about to do right now is I'm going to list 5 different categories that sugar fall into, and I'm going to list some of the things to look for on food labels. Alright, so the first category we're going to break down is just plain sugars. Okay? So when you're looking on the back of a food label, if it says brown sugar, cane sugar, raw sugar, beet sugar, anything that has the word sugar in it, gotta stay away from. Okay? The other thing that's plain sugar is anything that says syrup. So if it says high fructose corn syrup, if it says malt syrup, if it says refiner syrup or rice syrup, or essentially anything with syrup on the end of it, you gotta stay away from it because that's code for sugar. Alright, next I'm going to break down for you the sciencey names for sugar. So first and foremost, maltodextrin. If you see maltodextrin, that is code for sugar. Stay away from it. If you see maltose, lactose, galactose, glucose, fructose, or dextrose, those are all sciencey names for sugar. If you don't know what something is on the label, definitely look it up. If it sounds sciencey, it may not necessarily be sugar, but it's important to know what you're getting into and what's in the food that you're eating. So if you see any food label with those things on it, you gotta stay away from it. So next we have our natural sugars. So even though it's natural, we're still trying to cut these sugars out of our diet. Now, if you're eating these types of foods, so date sugar is a form of natural sugar. If you find it in something, you gotta stay away from it. But if you're gonna eat a date, that's okay to do. So hopefully that makes sense. If it's an added ingredient into a food, you want to avoid it. But if you're just eating the sugar from, for example, a date, that's okay. So these natural sugars that you want to stay away from. Obviously I said date, coconut sugar, coconut nectar, agave nectar or agave sugar, anything that has honey, anything that says fruit juice, evaporated cane sugar, maple syrup, and then rice malt. Those are the natural types of sugars that you are going to need to stay away from with Whole30. Okay, next, what you're definitely going to need to stay away from, and you should just stay away from in general, are artificial sweeteners. Okay, so the first one that you absolutely want to stay away from is called asulfame potassium. That is not good. And I have some videos prior to that I did about food ingredients that you want to stay away from. Asulfame potassium, definitely on the top of the list. Okay, other ones to stay away from: aspartame, Equal, NutraSweet, Splenda, Stevia, Sucralose, and Sweet Leaf and Sweet and Low. So anything that I just mentioned, those are artificial sweeteners, and you're gonna have to stay away from them. Okay, and the last category that we're going to be talking about is called sugar alcohols. Okay, so these are things that you're also going to need to stay away from, because even though they're a sugar alcohol, it's still a sugar derivative. So things like erythritol, glycerol, HSH, isomalt, lactitol, maltitol. Hey, many of these things I'm probably not even saying right. There's still a bunch of other ones. I tell you what, I'm gonna post a link to a PDF that's gonna list all these for you, rather than me trying to butcher the names of these. But yes, you do want to stay away from sugar alcohols on Whole30. So hey, I hope you found this beneficial, maybe even surprising. There are so many names for sugar, but if you were going to do Whole30, you need to know that sugar is in everything, and you need to start looking for it, and you need to know what you can and can't have, because sugar is a no-no. If you found this beneficial, hey, give me a like. If you know this could help someone, please share it. That's why we do this. We're here to help.